What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Inside Post. For our weekend racing action, we are looking at the Travers. Wow, what a field. What a weekend of racing at Saratoga lined up so far. Hopefully we get some good weather for August 24th. Looks to be a fabulous Breeders' Cup win in your end race for sure. We have the likes of, obviously, Thorpedo Anna entering in here to face the boys. What a terrific opportunity. Great for the sport, for sure, of horse racing that we get to see a filly run against the boys. We don't get to see it very often, so it's kind of a historical thing when it happens. So we're going to run through the field, kind of go through this post position draw, kind of a reaction, kind of what we're expecting for the pace scenario, and kind of give you kind of a short dive, and we'll do our bigger dive video later in the week. So make sure to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. We will have the whole Saratoga Travers card ready for you, dishing out our top picks and top plays for the weekend. So we're going a mile and a quarter in here for $1.2 million. Currently we are at 8 horses. Again, hopefully nobody scratches out and we get a really good field for this grade 1 Travers. So obviously the big buzz right now, Thorpedo Anna drawing the rail, the filly coming in out of her Kentucky Oaks Acorn victory, has been dominant at Saratoga last 2 wins. The American Oaks being her last in there as well. 90 speed figure seems to be where she is consistently running. So she's going to have to definitely back that up yet again coming in. Pace setup, obviously she wants the lead. She's a horse that's been to the lead in each of her 4, 5, 6 wins. I think she's going to have a challenge for sure, but I think the inside rail shouldn't be any issue. All the speed should be to her outside. Hopefully she gets a good break and sets up nice. I think she could set off the lead as well. Doesn't necessarily need the lead. I think Brian should be able to put her right where he needs, just because a lot of her speed to the inside, Sierra Leone, Corporate Power, are kind of going to fall back and kind of be a late runner. Unmatched Wisdom in the 3 spot will be the only one that could go out and cause some problems for Thorpedo. But I think she's really set up to run big in here yet again. Her workouts have been phenomenal. Kenny McPeak is talking this horse up. What the Connections training staff has been able to do to get this horse ready, and just to have the balls to put her in against the boys is unbelievable. Let's hope we see something spectacular on this great card. We're gonna have spectacular racing, but hopefully we cap it with a big Travers run by Thorpedo Anna. And to her inside, one of the big sandbaggers, if you would, a horse is going to come off the lead, as we were kind of expecting in Sierra Leone. Don't know what we're going to see out of this horse. Flavien Prat will get the mount again. We talked in our last video, maybe he needed another different jockey change. Tyler Gaffleone to Flavien Prat, and then Flavien Prat's kind of ran 3rd and 2nd in the Belmont and the Jim Dandy. The horse could not catch Fierceness last time out, could not catch Dornoch or Mindframe the time out before, could not catch Mystic Dan, and barely overcame a really good Forever Young horse in the Kentucky Derby. So you go all the way back to the Bluegrass, a grade 1 in there, for when the horse did pick up its last win, has just had a terrible case of not knowing when to go. The horse just gets buried so deep, and that's kind of what it looked like in the Jim Dandy. The horse just kind of laid way off. Hopefully we see different scenario in here. Gonna have some of the similar speed horses, Fierceness, Batten Down, that was in the Jim Dandy. So hopefully Flavien Prat kind of gets this horse going a little bit earlier. And I think that's what the horse needs. We know the horse can run. It's just timing it right to catch those leaders on probably what could be a fast track on Saturday. 7-2 is unreal. A lot of these horses are going to take money. There's no real top contender in here right now. I mean, if you look at Dornoch, yes, being the past 2 wins for him. So again, I just don't know if Sierra Leone has it figured out just yet. There will be speed for him to run into. It's just he doesn't want to win. He's not a horse that likes to pass. That last horse that he needs to pick up the big victory that he's kind of been needing all summer. Number 3, we have Unmatched Wisdom, another early speed horse in here, probably going to set in that 3 or 4 path. This one could be a big question mark. We know it has some early speed. Looking at some of the pace projections, the time form, if you would, pace scenario, pace projector on DRF, could go out early. Could be one with Irad Ortiz. That kind of gets a big push from Irad early. We know that he's kind of a aggressive jockey that likes to get out. So this one could be one that kind of plays or throws a wrench into the mix for the pace. And then kind of just, do we have a pace meltdown? Then does it set up better for Sierra Leone? Or does it set up for a better horse to wire the field like Thorpedo Anna, Dornoch, Fierceness, or even Unmatched Wisdom, who's kind of done it going to the lead and not looking back? However, this will be Unmatched Wisdom's first graded stakes race. Comes out of the Curlin at Saratoga in 1.125 miles. So we'll go a little bit further. So we'll see. Should not play any issues out of Cairo Prince. Klarovich Stables, Chad Brown again, Irad Ortiz. This horse is really good on the price value of 8-1. It's just stepping into stakes companies against a slew of horses that are in their prime right now. Number 4, Corporate Power, currently 15-1. Claude McGahee, Javier Castellano, again, was beaten out last time out by Unmatched Wisdom, a horse that set off the pace and kind of just had a little kick, but not enough kick to catch Unmatched Wisdom. Probably one that's going to be a late runner in here, like Sierra Leone or Anna Marie. Will sit off the pace quite a bit. Not as deep as Sierra Leone, but probably will be a little bit forwardly placed ahead of Sierra Leone. A big price, obviously 15-1. The workouts, the past two have looked really great in here. Again, another one that's trying stakes company or graded stakes company for the first time. Does have a win over a muddy track at Pimlico coming out of the Sir Barton. That was a pretty good win. And then kind of ran into a really good horse in Unmatched Wisdom. So both of these going to have to run big to kind of step in to these graded stakes horses who are looking phenomenal right now. Next, we have Batten Down. Kind of shocked to see 20-1 on Batten Down. This horse got a lot of buzz coming into the Jim Dandy. And finishing third in there behind a really good Fierceness and a really good Sierra Leone. 20-1 is kind of shocking over Unmatched Wisdom or even Corporate Power. But again, all likeliness, another one coming into grade 1 stakes racing. Will face off with Fierceness and Sierra Leone. Has been beaten out by Corporate Power, so I guess that's where the odds makers kind of went back and looked at that. But out of Tappet, you got Jude Mott as the owners, Will Mott, Junior Alvarado. The connections are awesome. In the pedigree says enough for the itself. It's just, this is a really big field. This is a really good field. Batten Down still probably coming into what he can be as a 3-year-old. But a horse that's probably going to run 3rd or 4th in here just by the class of the field that has already been beaten by. Number 6, Honor Marie, probably a horse that's going to take a lot of money. Gets blinkers for the first time in here, so that's something everybody's going to take into consideration. Hasn't raced since the Belmont, so comes off a pretty good layoff. Running 4th behind Dornoch, Mindframe, Sierra Leone. Kind of decided to skip the Jim Dandy and was pointed to the Travers by the connections in here. Ribble Farms, Whit Beckman also, kind of trying to figure out where this horse would be best suited. We saw an 8th in the Kentucky Derby, comes in the Belmont, kind of going 4th in there. So is the horse kind of stepping forward? Kind of interesting. The horse should have pace to run into. This is going to be another pace horse or a off the pace horse like Sierra Leone. So you'll see these two probably hook up and go at the same time. I think whoever's going to finish ahead of each other is whoever's going to push that button first, if it's Anna Marie or Sierra Leone. Obviously, we've seen it from Sierra Leone several times, yet in the Belmont or even in the Jim Dandy, Sierra Leone still not being able to pass those horses. Will Honor Marie, with Tyler Gaffalione aboard, interesting switch up there, kind of be able to nudge that horse in the right direction, get him started sooner, He's going to know when Leone's going to go since he's been on that horse before. So interesting to see when Tyler's going to push that button on Anna Marie. Definitely a live long shot, 20-1. Like the blinkers added, was bumped early on in the start in the Belmont, and then was able to make up plenty of ground. So has some familiarity with the Saratoga sand. So again, should be able to run fairly well in here. 7, obviously, Dornoch, the horse that's kind of the hot horse right now, the Belmont and the Haskell winner. 101, 103 speed figures, rightfully so, probably coming in as a favorite. There's too many horses at 5-2 or 3-1 to call him the favorite. But I think he will be bet like a post time or the morning line favorite should. Beating out Mindframe in those past 2 and Sierra Leone. Did finish a disappointing 10th in the Kentucky Derby, coming in there as kind of a big hyped horse. He kind of ran into Sierra Leone in the Bluegrass and was destroyed, and then has backed it up phenomenally in 2 big Grade 1 stakes races in the Belmont and the Haskell, bursting out 101 and 103 speed figures in both of those. Definitely going to be a contender for that early speed. The big thing, he's got speed on the inside in Thorpedo Anna, and speed, a horse that needs the speed, and the lead on the outside in Fierceness. I think we see these two hook up and go out early. You got Dornoch, Fierceness in the 7 and the 8, trying to get that lead early and not let Thorpedo Anna kind of dictate or get out too far. It's going to be interesting for sure. If they're going to try to get down, or they're going to try to outrun each other, does one give way? Definitely going to be a crazy battle early on in the race from the gate. Again, Dornoch is a horse that's in phenomenal shape right now, great form. Probably the speed of the field. Gargan's got this horse primed to run big yet again. It's just, what are we going to see off of that big Grade 1 Haskell? 103 speed figure. Are we going to see a little regression? Or are we going to see another big step forward for Dornoch? Again, it's all going to play into what these two horses on the outside kind of do to each other. Are they going to go out and just kind of berate each other and kind of let the pace kind of fall into Thorpedo Anna's lap? Fierceness, obviously 3-1. Johnny V, Todd Pletcher, yet again, comes out of that Grade 2 Jim Dandy. Another 103 speed figure. Are we going to see that backed up, or are we going to see a little bit regression? If it's the Fierceness that has been consistent, we are going to see a regression. He wins, he loses awfully. He wins, what are we going to get here? Kind of happened all the way back from the Champagne. Finished 7th, wins the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. 3rd in the Holy Bull, wins the Florida Derby. 15th in the Kentucky Derby, 1st in the Jim Dandy. Here, there's only 8 horses, and he's got some speed on his inside, and definitely a speed horse on the rail, and a horse that kind of needs that early pace. So we'll see what he's able to do out of the gate. I just think he's got a load on the inside. And is this horse an automatic toss based off of his past performances of not being consistent enough? I mean, we see other horses. Dornoch has a 10th place, but he's at least backed it up with 2. Sierra Leone is consistent running in the front. Thorpedo Anna has a slew of first place finishes. It's just what Fierceness is going to show up, and he's just so tough to bet on some of these races where you don't know what the horse is going to do, especially this type of horse. So there's kind of our quick breakdown, post-draw pace scenario for the Travers, the Grade 1, on August 24th at Saratoga. What a race we have. We have a filly running against the boys. We will do more of the card breakdown, giving you kind of our best bet, long shot pick for the Travers and the other stakes races on the card. So make sure to like and subscribe as we dive into this fabulous Travers card. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.